Alright, WTF Scully had a request. He wanted me to explain more why the all-activity thing is so important. And this is a very cheap video, smartphone video, whatever. Okay. Cheaply made video. Okay. The all-activity button was the last remaining thing left from YouTube being a social networking site itself. It was the last remaining thing that allowed people to not have to use Google's search algorithms to find new content. If you are subscribed to a number of people, when you clicked on all activity, you got to see the videos the people you subscribe to like, favorite, leave comments on, etc. You get to see what they put in their playlists. You got to see what the people that you are subscribed to are doing. This was one of the biggest ways to find new content. It was one of the biggest ways to find new channels, small channels, people that are just starting. Before Google bought YouTube, it used to be very much a social networking site. And they had different contact lists. They had a different type of message center than they have now. They had one of the big things that when they got rid of, pissed people off when Google bought them, they got rid of video responses. The video responses were something where you're watching someone's video, and before you actually get to the text comments, there'd be this little section that had this little bar that you could move back and forth that would show little thumbnails for videos. You could make video responses to any channel you wanted. So there could be a huge YouTuber that has, more than 200,000 subscribers, and you could actually have a chance of getting your videos seen because you made a video response, and they see that right there. It was such a great option. Great option. This is when the U was truly still in YouTube. And Google got rid of it. Pissed a bunch of people off. Then they got rid of the contacts. Then they got rid of the mail. And then they integrated Google Plus into YouTube, which was a painful switchover for a lot of people. Painful transition for a lot of people. And then people eventually got used to that. And then when they got used to that, Google said, oh, well, now we're going to separate them again. But we're not going to replace any of the things that, Google as a social networking site allowed, any of the benefits that it had. And see, the benefits that had is, people could leave comments on videos, and it would show up on Google+. So you'd get to see their what they're doing via Google+. And that is something that allowed people to see content from newer, smaller YouTube channels. It was a great way of advertising that, right? Then they separated those, and all we had left is the all-activity option. That was the last remaining thing from the older mindset of YouTube being a social networking site. The last remaining thing. And now they've taken that away. And this means that smaller channels have almost no chance of getting a following. It means that everything is now controlled by Google as far as how people find new content. And the only thing that they're going to promote are larger channels. Then you've got the Google or the YouTube Red, where you get to see premium content. And they consider scaring PewDiePie channel as premium content. Oh, because he was so popular, he made a lot of money on advertising, so, let's promote him. Let's put premium content. Everything's about premium content. There's no point in anyone even starting a YouTube channel now. There's no point. Unless you've got some sort of financial backing or something and can work out this or that, I mean, you have no chance. Someone could cheat and they could pay to get subscribers. But Google's kind of on top of that. There's no point in anyone starting a YouTube channel now. There's no point. And if you're not already in this category that you have at least, 20,000 subscribers, you're not going to your channel's not going to get any bigger. I've got 2,630 something channel subscribers right now, and I really appreciate it, but I also know that's not going to grow anymore, really. Maybe I'll get 100 more or something, but with this change, I might as well forget that idea. It makes me not want to make videos, knowing that I mean, there's so much stuff that I've said already that I will sometimes go through and repeat some of the stuff I've said in the past in a different way, and it gets to a larger audience. More people see what it is. If there's no chance of the audience growing, it makes me not want to make many more videos. And if I was starting as a new YouTuber, shit, I mean, just forget it. This is all on purpose. Google wants to only have they want to discourage people from starting new YouTube channels and from trying to do this. They want to discourage this. Because the more bandwidth and the more storage that gets used, the more it costs them. So if storage and bandwidth gets used, they want it to be focused on channels that make them money. And they don't make any money from the smaller channels. So they're finding every way that they can get rid of any bottlenecks from them being able to make money. And these smaller YouTube channels are the ones that are paying the price for that. They're the ones that are hurting from that. So I hope this explained that decently enough. But Google has essentially completely destroyed the U in YouTube. It's done. To me, they should maybe change their name so it's spelled differently. So instead of so kind of like how the Sci-Fi Channel used to be science fiction, it used to be SCIFI, and they changed it to SYFY so they could show things like wrestling and other things that aren't really science fiction, I kind of wonder whether, well, they're not going to do it. I shouldn't say I kind of wonder whether they'll do it, but I think it would be a good idea if they did. So it's not just this bullshit I don't know. Now it's just, I guess it's sort of, oh, a video sharing site? You mean YouTube? Sort of like Kleenex. Say, do you want a Kleenex? Well, it's actually a facial tissue. But we say Kleenex because that's the most common brand. So, YouTube has become the word for video sharing site. So, good marketing that way, I guess, right?